Hello? Have you ever seen a 10-meter jellyfish, a centipede the size of a hand, or the largest bull on the planet? Well, all of that is ahead. In this compilation, we will see giants from the animal kingdom, whose size is hard to imagine. Let's go. Hey man, we have to admit that to play golf you need not only to be rich, but also courageous. After all, what other way could you play in such conditions, like in Mexico? For example, the average weight of male crocodiles is about 400 kilos. Just to give you an idea, that's about 8,600 golf balls. To get on this horse, you'll definitely need a ladder. Its height is 1.95 meters. Despite its size, representatives of this breed are very calm and gentle, something you can clearly notice. With a wingspan of up to 30 centimeters, the ability to jump 1 meter in 1 second, and terrifying jaws, the Australian huntsman spider may not be dangerous to humans, but its appearance could send anyone into a panic. Looking at this huge moose, you realize that an avalanche is not the only thing to fear at a ski resort. I helped. Researchers' findings show that the largest and most frightening creatures are found in the ocean. These divers were lucky enough to encounter one of them, a sunfish, which, by the way, has a rather humble size. After all, its relatives can reach up to 3 meters in length. Water. You were probably expecting some huge seagull to appear, but no need. We already have a very large friend here. It weighs about 15,000 of those birds. Bears, of course, are already known for their imposing size, but this black bear surpassed all expectations. It's perfectly normal to have confused this marten with a bear at first. This dog breed can weigh up to 80 kilos. Besides being home to kangaroos, Australia also hosts many unpleasant creatures, but encountering this guy in a dark alley is probably more terrifying than finding any spider at home. I don't know how much courage, or whatever else is required to stay this close to this monster, but these guys did pretty well. This beauty, native to Africa, is the largest living terrestrial animal. But let's be honest, it looks like a prehistoric beast, doesn't it? When it comes to colossal size, it's impossible not to mention this majestic 30-ton beauty, the humpback whale. Top. It's hard to believe that such a giant can be hugged like a kitten, but that's a peculiar trait of the Scottish Highland cows. Of course, besides their size, the care for their luxurious coat is a daily necessity. No, this is not a character from a new animated movie, but a shoe beetle. It is a unique bird in terms of size. It can be more than 1.20 meters long, with a wingspan of up to 2 meters 30 centimeters. Good evening. This giant sea lion clearly isn't willing to share the pier with smaller creatures. The largest fish alive swam up to them to give a special touch to their photos. You are looking at the main star of the safari park. Guess what? The guy was lucky that the eagle didn't take him along with the gift. I have the feeling that it could have done that. Have you heard all those scary stories about catfish that devour people? Well, looking at this monster, it's not so hard to believe them. Ha ha. For a creature that weighs almost a ton, this reptile is surprisingly agile. The leatherback turtle is considered, rightfully so, one of the largest in the world. These horses are not only enormous, but extremely strong. Have you seen the muscles of a horse contracting like this? There are some creatures that it's almost impossible to believe they exist. Here's one of them, the rare Stygian medusa. During all the ocean studies, it's only been seen a little over 100 times. The most amazing part of all, of course, is these ribbons. They can be up to 10 meters long, which is about 2.5 cars. Well, if this spider spins a web, it's probably capable of using it to tow a car. And that's the Boifler. It's hard not to notice the calling card of the Texas Longhorn. Not only is its size impressive, but also its luxurious horns, which can reach up to 2 meters long. I suggest simply enjoying the spectacle of one of the largest and most dangerous predators scratching its back. Lucked out. Brown. No problem. I don't know what surprised me, but the size of the tuna, or the skill with which it handles this giant. 2 adult men can't keep this beast on a leash. This can only be said about the Kangal, one of the world's oldest dog breeds, a very common situation in the city of Valdivia, in Chile. This is not the easiest way to reach the fruits from a tree, unless you're a 6-ton African savanna elephant. For it, that's no problem. This creature clearly had pterodactyls among its ancestors. There's no other explanation for it being so big. Second, about 45% of the global population is afraid of snakes, But if the study included this monster here, I'm sure it would be 100%. It was black. If this ostrich were a little smaller, it would probably use its whole body during the courtship dance, not just its wings and head. Besides crocodiles having one of the strongest bites in the world, they also jump like fleas and grow up to 5 meters in length. That's more than a great white shark. By the way, this isn't just any bull, but a true record holder. Tommy, the brown Swiss breed, was recognized as the tallest living bull in the world. He stands at 1.87 meters tall. It already takes a certain courage to navigate next to a manta ray. Now imagine staying in the water side by side with a giant like this. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. The condor is one of the largest flying birds, with a wingspan that can reach up to 3 meters, and it clearly doesn't miss a chance to show it off to the public. This is the Jersey Giant, the largest breed of rooster in the world. Just imagine it running towards you. Fortunately, big doesn't always mean scary. Although this rabbit weighs on average 10 times more than normal, it's still quite a cutie. The giant Pacific octopus is one of the largest of its kind. It can weigh up to 70 kilos, about as much as an adult human. Take a look at the size and persistence of this squid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 10, 09, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. The most incredible part is not that the manicures grow so much, but that what we're seeing here is a baby. Simply one huge python hunting in India. If I were down there, I'd be praying that it didn't decide to jump suddenly. This video is for those who love enjoying sunny Thailand. Let's go. Think you're far enough from Australia to avoid meeting giant insects? The mosquitoes from Oklahoma don't think so. Probably the most harmless and beautiful giant of today's selection. Still, just take a look at its size. I thought it wasn't a cat.